salamander's tongue flickers, tasting you on the air. It turns towards you, letting out a long, low rumble, followed by a series of hisses and chattering clicks. The lizard takes a step towards you, and its chattering grows louder. You feel like it's trying to tell you something, but you've no idea what. The salamander's tongue flickers, tasting you on the air.
I see so few guests. Such a pity you shan't. I see so few guests. Such a pity you shan't appreciate my hospitality.
What's this? I found something.
The headless statue looms over you. Its plinth bears the same rotation scratches as its counterpart.
I've spotted something.
The plinth of the statue bears a series of deep, circular scratches upon its stone. The statue can be rotated. The statue rotates with little resistance. The statue rotates with little resistance. The sculpture looks impossibly heavy, yet turns with little effort. The sculpture looks impossible. The bitter air warms as you near. The headless statue looms. The statue doesn't move, no matter how much force.
In death, the dwarves give eagles life, an elegant passing for an inelegant people.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping the other eye firmly trained on the stringy morsels of rotting flesh dangling from its beak. The eagle glowers at you balefully, with eyes like shiny little buttons. One manicured and beribboned claw shoots forth closely at you.
Pretty eyes, eyes that see far.
The eagle's own eyes glitter with avarice.
Master tied them on. Pretty, pretty ribbons. Match my pretty claws. Match your pretty eyes.
Peck, peck, peck. The eagle pecks free some choice lump of gristle from deep within the corpse. He swallows it whole, dark blood dripping from his beak, and matting the fluffy feathers at his throat.
Master died, but Master told me what to do. All my life told me you are what you eat. So I do. I will become the master. Unless you are not the new master, are you? Think me an owl? A wren? A crow? I am an eagle. I know my place in this world. So should you.
He ostentatiously fluffs up his feathers. Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. Your memory wavers and becomes not your own, but the memory of one who led the most solitary of lives. You see myriad wings flapping, your hand scattering birdseed. You hear the screeching of eagles, the tearing of flesh. All of your life is centered on this place, this pedestal of death. All of your life is dedicated to feeding your eagles the meat of your dearly departed people.
In death, the dwarves give eagles life. An elegant passing for an inelegant people.
The eagle glowers. The eagle glowers at you bare.
Pretty eyes.
The eagle's own eyes glitter with avarice.
Think I need your eyes, please.
Peck, peck, peck.
Master died, but Master told me what to do. All my life told me you are what you eat. So I do. I will become. Think I.
He ostent. Biting deep into the rotting, you see.
Locked. What's that? It sounds like there's a battle unfolding nearby.
A man paces back and forth, puffing anxiously on a pipe. His face is creased with tiredness. The faint coppery hue of dried blood stains his hands. He sees you.
If you're looking for healing or the like, then you'd best look elsewhere. My plate is full for now.
The man chomps on the bit of his pipe, generating a small cloud of nervous smoke. Finally, he plucks it from his mouth and clears his throat.
I came by a new patient, a young woman, very troubled. I'll do what I can for her, but I'll need to concentrate. And that means...
He gestures with his pipe for you to leave.
Oh, fine. You can help. Take this key and go to the cellar. I'll join you there. Just be careful. It's clear she's a powerful sorcerer, but also whatever mind. I have her. Why?
Across the cellar, a shape bearing some resemblance to a woman lurches around to face you. It utters a marrow-curdling gurgle.
She senses us. Be calm and quiet. No sudden moves. You're right. I hadn't noticed before. Couldn't get close enough. We have to help her. Maybe we can reverse whatever was done to her. All right. We need her subdued, understand? Do whatever you can to weaken her. Just don't go too far or you might kill her.
Another gurgle, sharper, angrier. Then the sound of rapid footfalls rushing towards you.
She's too strong. She must be weakened, or there's no way to help her.
The young woman lies still on the floor, her breathing an uneven rasp. Swan's satchel of surgical tools lies nearby. Swan approaches, cradling his arm with a grimace of pain.
Those summons of hers broke my arm. I'll do what I can to help, but the rest is up to you. Tread carefully. One false move and she's dead.
Part of her skull lifts away in a neat square, revealing the brain beneath. Something moves along her exposed lobe. It's a maggot of some kind. The maggot fights the pull of the forceps and sinks its hooked maw into brain matter. A chunk comes away with it as you pull it off. The woman's breathing has grown shallow as she hovers between life and death. All you can do is close her up and hope for the best. You replace the extracted bone and bind it with copper hooks. Then you draw the scalp back in place and start stitching the incision shut. The woman's breathing grows stronger, more even. Colour flushes her cheeks.
She's alive. You did it. I've never seen anything like that, not in 20 years. I'll tend to her here for a while. She shouldn't be moved yet. She'll want to thank you once she comes round, I'm sure. It's a damn miracle that she survived.
The young woman blinks as she struggles to focus her vision on you. She looks weak, pale, but already visibly more human.
It's you. I remember your face in the darkness. You saved me. The Magisters arrested me in Arx for sorcery. They strapped me to a table, and they put something in my head. Something alive. They put me on a caravan bound for Fort Joy. They said I was going to become a pet for the hammer. I could feel myself changing. I tore off the shackles that held me, like they were parchment. I remember hearing screams, feeling the blood of others on my hands, in my mouth. Then I ran, and then I woke up here.
That was damn fine work you pulled off there. Consider me in your debt. I'll keep an eye on her until she's ready to fend for herself. If you find yourself in need of potions or healing, be sure to come to me. It's the least I can do.
You struggle to focus on the so-called healer looking down at you, nothing but a human quack. You croak out a last plea, to be burned in the lizard tradition.
You savage!
Across the cellar,
She senses us. You're right. I hadn't... All right.
another gurgle.
Prepare yourself.
She's too strong. She must be weakened, or there's no way to help her.
I'll yield to none.
The young woman lies still on the floor, her breathing an uneven rasp. Swan's satchel of surgical tools lies nearby. Part of her skull, something moves along her exposed lobe. It's a maggot of some kind. The maggot fights the pull of the forceps and sinks its hooked maw into brain matter. A chunk comes away with it as you pull it off. The woman's breathing has grown. You replace the extract. The woman's breathing.
It's a damn miracle that she survived.
The young woman blinks.
It's you. The Majesty put me. I remember, and then I...
That was damn fine. I'll keep an eye on her until she's ready to fend for herself. That was damn fine work you pulled off there. Consider me in your debt. I'll keep an eye on her until she's ready to fend for herself.
Pray speak.
Good to see you again. Need something?
The shaggy dog keeps his distance, wary eyes sizing you up as his hackles rise.
You run away. Everyone here run away. All run from something. Like sticks. Balls? Understand. I understand. I ran away from bad man. Very bad man. Man wanted to make me spider food. I know. I can sniff. Good and bad. Riker bad.
He paws a few tentative steps closer and sniffs all around you, nose wrinkling with concentration.
Smell not like dog, like wolf. But not bad like Riker. Good wolf.
He bounds forwards and licks your face effusively. His breath stinks of graveyard clay and ancient bones. Immediately, you feel an allergic reaction developing on your cheek, hot red blotches spreading in an angry rash. The dog scurries away to sniff about the area, leaving you with his approval and an itchy face.
Run away!
Looks like this place has seen better days. Much better days.
Gareth toils in monotony. Gareth freezes, then whips his head in your direction. That face, no longer unreadable and red-hot, he rises up, imperious and indignant.
How dare you! How dare you! I'm forced to dig my murdered parents' graves, to watch the soil cover them little by little, and you suggest they deserve this horror! Can a godwoken be this daft? Or are you just that callous?
His breaths are loud and fast, like a charging bull's. Gareth's furious breath slow. His cheeks go from red to pink. His jaw stays clenched, however. His anger may be diminished, but it hasn't retreated.
No, of course you didn't. I've seen Seeker's blood seeping into the sand. I waded through corpses on the deck of the Lady Vengeance. But when the lifeless eyes looking back at you are your own mother's, I just didn't know. I didn't know what darkness lied beyond pain. Now, well, now I do. I know the culprits. Dallas's pets. Such helpful tools they are, too. The abominations do the dirty work, and the whites keep their robes clean. Convenient! They're still there, spreading their rancid smell through the house. Paladins came to clean up the mess. In the name of Lucian, they say, and they seem to believe it.
Gareth's face reddens again. His jaws clench so tightly that his lips purse out.
I'm the one who has prayed. An endless...
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house. You fear he might snap the shovel's handle in two.
I've got no use for empty platitudes. Not from some whinging wolf chosen as the Seven's special pet.
You swear you hear Gareth's pulse, galloping faster than a saddled mount.
If you want to help, then you find the craven wight that ordered their slaughter. Anyone that stands between you and truth, no matter the flag they fly or creed they follow, make them bleed! You would think to lecture me on madness!
His hand moves from his shovel to his sword. He wipes his forefinger along the blade, opening a bloody gash. He stares at the wound, then wipes the blood across his glistening forehead.
Do it, or don't. First I lay my past to rest.
A mix of sweat and blood smears across. Gareth shovels with the regularity of a marching soldier. His face, too, is as a soldier's, stiff and unreadable. Gareth freezes, then turns.
I'm digging my own parents' grave.
Gareth moves to continue his task, but his cadence faltered.
No. Godwoken, I just didn't know. Dallas is... They're still...
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house. You fear...
Nerve tonic.
You swear you hear...
If you want to help, then you... Have respect, I beg you.
Gareth toils in monotony. Gareth freezes.
I'm digging.
Gareth moves to continue.
No, Godwoken, I just didn't know. I didn't know what darkness... I know there's still...
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house. You fear...
Nerve.
You swear...
If you want to help... You know...
His hand moves from his shovel to his sword. Gareth shovels with irregularity. Gareth freezes. Then Gareth.
No. God woke it. I just did. Dallas. They're still.
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house.
Then you understand.
His hand moves from his shovel to...
Go. Find out what Craven...
That thing isn't Donna. It isn't anybody. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
The two paladins Gareth mentioned are arguing in front of the door to the modest farmstead. As they notice you're...
We're guarding this house. Wise to stay well back. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who... They didn't kill anybody. The magisters who control them did. You know Donna, she wouldn't hurt a fly. But they did turn her. And now she's not Donna... No, wait! Surely... maybe...
The other paladin rolls his eyes.
In any event, it's our business, not yours. You just stay well away from the door and you'll be perfectly safe. You can't do that. They were people who were loved. It's not right to butcher them like cattle. Back off, man. Can't you see he's upset enough about... Lucian's blessings, but I can't bring myself to do it. That creature. It's not Donna, not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it. Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever?
Everything is very dark all of a sudden. What's this? I found something. This Magister didn't die by a sword, anyway. Something's afoot here. Villagers, some slain by Voidwoken, others perhaps not. These people were slain by blades, not voidwoken. More slaughter. Killed by Voidwoken, who were killed in turn themselves.
A snarl of vines snakes upward from the corpse. After a moment, you realize the gruesome truth. They're not entangling the corpse, but the vines have split the corpse's chest with incredible force. Thin roots wriggle from limbs and nail beds, anchoring it to the ground. The vines encircle a rough depression, as if something held there was violently torn free. Before you even registered the cool flesh, they pulse, tightening mercilessly, and release you with...
Earned your fate, conspirators.
An executioner's blade hovers inches above a young woman's throat. The nearby magister drones a prayer with all the passion of a silent monk's empty gaze.
The divine does not absolve a traitor of his grace. You've tended not to the seed the seven have planted. Without faith, it cannot flourish.
He gives you a cool look and nods to a bloody corpse in magister's garb.
That's the welcome the Crossleys give to law-abiding magisters. Sorcerers, though, they get bathed and fed. Ain't that...
The young woman squeezes her eyes shut in terror, but says nothing. The executioner raises his blade.
Brutality? This isn't brutality. A rotting limb must be...
He finishes the death rite.
And so on your flesh it must feed.
The executioner moves to his next victim, a young man who promptly spits in the magister's face. The magister scowls, wipes away the sputum, and nods to the executioner. There is no prayer.
A tyrant!
The executioner's blade drops with a sickening thud.
The divine does not absolve a traitor of his grace. Sorcerer! Slay her!
Executioner's blade.
The divine does not absolve a traitor of his grace. Sorcerer's been wandering through the black pits, infecting the place with void.
He nods to a...
That's the welcome.
The young woman squeezes her eyes shut in terror, but says nothing.
He also claimed that all it takes for evil to prevail...
He finishes the death rite.
And so on your flesh it must feed.
An executioner's blade.
The divine does not absolve a traitor of his grace. You've tended not to the seed the...
He gives you a cool look.
That's the well...
The young woman squeezes her eyes shut in terror, but says nothing. The executioner raises his blade.
There's no escape from justice.
of pigs.
Right where I want you.
Magisters.
Healing!
Good find.
Can anyone hear me?
Can you untie me? Please, thank you.
Her tear-stained cheeks quiver.
It's like a bad nightmare.
The young man grunts as he...
Thanks.
He looks to his slain brother's body, his eyes well with tears.
We didn't deserve this.
Stranger.
We didn't deserve any of this.
Don't go. Not yet.
The grieving mother manages a thin smile.
Thank you, Stranger.
She blinks out more tears, then rubs them away with the back of her hand and...
To lose a child. It's a mother's worst fear. I never imagined. It's true. What the Magister said, I mean. My brother's boy Gideon, he's got source in him. Now that his folks are gone, we've all he's got. He's not got a spot of malice.
She glances at the Magister corpse and...
Shouldn't have let that Hanag woman near Gid. She said she could teach him, but that's when all the trouble started.
Her mouth falls open, but she does not respond.
As soon as the Magister fell, Gid knew what he'd done. He didn't even... I've already lost more than I can bear today. You will?
She ekes out another thin...
Make sure he's safe. And if you can, bring him...
Daddy?
You didn't deserve this.
Come out, sorcerer. No harm will come to you. When he comes out, lads, kill him.
Who are you?
Suspicious, he examines the document.
I apologize. I didn't know. Admission granted.
Relieved, he gives you a stiff salute.
I've spotted something. The Magister Quartermistress works at her station, kneading dough with her strong, floured hands. Seeing a potential customer, she brightens.
It's good to bake again. With the walk, good day to you.